I'm just sharing because, a lot of my posts, I don't think a lot of people realise that they're to do with my books that I write and I'm writing. And the latest one's called Finding Me. So, and I've always said this, I just hope it helps one person, all right? So, I just want to get a deeper message out there, because I mean, we tolerate so much in our culture. I felt alone in mine, and that's what made me so strong. And I've spent the decades being that person for other people, just holding space, standing in the gap. I've stood toe to toe with grown men who've had rage in their eyes. The kind who could charm a room one minute and to turn cruel the next. Raised voices, slammed doors so hard the walls shook, words twisted until something or somehow I was the one made to feel like I was losing the bloody plot. The truth is, my sleep wasn't even safe. Not in my own bed, not in what was meant to be my home. I've had my head put through windows. I've been thrown into brick walls so hard my ribs broke. That's the kind of fear that sits deep in your bones. The kind where you never truly relax because the night could turn ugly without warning. So I learned to read a room before a single word was even spoken. That's how I became what we call an empath. I'm just really sensitive. It's not because it sounded spiritual or beautiful, but because I had to survive. I could feel the shift in the air, the change in the tone, the tension building, the exact moment charm turned into anger. And I always I always knew how to just switch it, just calm them down, just, you know what I mean? When your safety depends on someone else's mood, you learn to read energy quicker than words. I never stayed. More than once I walked away in different situations, different people with absolutely nothing, no money, no plan, just clothes on my back and my life still beating in my chest. Because sometimes surviving means getting the hell out with nothing but your courage. Truth be told, this is the truth. The emotional and mental abuse cuts deeper than any knife ever could, because bruises fade, bones heal. But the mind games, the gaslighting, being told you're crazy until you start questioning your own sanity, the kind that damages lingers. At least when someone cuts you with a knife, they might bloody say sorry after. But the ones who slowly break your mind, they'll have you believing it was all your fault all along. Still, I survived. I'm on my own. I'm healing. Every moment. Every broken moment, every sleepless night, every time I had to gather the strength to walk away again. But survival isn't my life anymore. Now I'm healing. Now I'm breaking the patterns that once felt normal. Now I know love should feel safe, not like a battlefield. I'm not that frightened woman anymore. I'm a survivor, and a bloody strong one at that. And I will never again abandon myself just to keep the peace. Not now, not ever again. Because unapologetically, I'm finally learning to love me. Take care. Speak to you soon. Bye for now.